Now, Uber just closed out a pretty amazing year. The stock was up like 120% in 2023. Can you unpack it a bit? Like, what's going on with the company right now from your perspective?
I'd say that the best thing that's happened at the company in the last year and a half or so is that they've proven that they're the world leader in ride sharing, and that ride sharing can deliver profits.
Yeah.
So what was unclear before was, are they going to stay the leader? Can Lyft or anyone else in these other regions get more market share consistently over time? And they've proven no, they can hold their own, and there is a network effect to being the largest player in rideshare in any one market. That's been proven. And number two, that you can make money on it. And to Dara's credit, they have made money on it. So now you have a money printing machine on ride sharing. And that's where I think most of the gains have come from. Uber Eats, while it grew, it's still second to DoorDash. It's ahead in a few European markets and maybe Mexico. But if you look at the market cap of Deliveroo and some of these other companies, I don't think that adds that much to the Uber story in the last year and a half, especially post-pandemic slowdown for food delivery.
And in the U.S. ride-sharing market, I think Uber has like, let's say, roughly 75, and Lyft has 25%. Like, do you think like those types of things, like it just makes sense that there's a duopoly because it's such high startup costs and stuff? And do you think it kind of like will maintain a duopoly for a very long time, or?
Yeah, I think so. So the thesis that Travis and I had about rideshare was that it's winner take most. And the reason is there's a network effect. So the more cars Uber has in a city, the shorter the wait times for riders, the more time per hour that a driver's got to fare in the car, so they're making more money.
Yep.
And that network effect works. Now, that being said, there's always room for a number two, because even from a brand standpoint, people like the Lyft brand better,
Yep.
or it serves one neighborhood better, or whatever. But most of the profits are going to go to the big players. So the profits aren't going to be split 75-25. It's probably going to be 90-10 or 95 to 90 to 5.
Or 110 to negative 10 or something, right?
Something. But I do think it's extremely hard for a third player to get in there because of the liquidity. You have to pay users to know that it exists and try it, a new brand. And that's a lot of money, like a free ride, $20-$30. And in a zero interest rate environment, we could afford that because we raise money every couple of weeks if we wanted to. And then getting drivers, you have to go recruit drivers. Now, recruiting drivers is easier now than it was back in the day before there were everyone had smartphones, but it's still very expensive to get critical mass in any city.
In the food delivery world, like in China, where food delivery is super developed, you've got kind of two major players. How do you see those things like shaking out?
I think you have a similar dynamic there.
Because you could have, I mean, there's, from a restaurant standpoint, like adding a fifth food delivery place, like it's no burden. Like it's actually pretty easy. It's pretty automated to sign up. So you might as well sign up for at least on the supply side, it's easy to get more restaurants, right?
Yes, just like it's as easy for a driver to download another app for ride sharing, right? Yep. So it has that similar dynamic. Now, especially if there's a middleware layer that takes the Uber Eats feed, the DoorDash feed, the Caviar feed, and so you as a restaurant, like I could have 20 iPads. I don't care. It all comes down to one sort of thing. So you're right about that. But on the consumer side, it's just another consumer product you got to market to a ton of people and hope they adopt it and remember to use it. And remember, DoorDash's loyalty program, DashPass, is extremely effective, and so is Uber One's. So they're trying to lock in their consumers to be loyal to them and get benefits from that. So a new entrant would have to break through that consumer sort of relationship that those companies have.